Hey guys, it's Chris from FunTech Guys, and today I'm going to be talking to you about PHP functions. Now, I'm going to try and squeeze in as much as possible, and I'm going to try and get it for around 8 to 10 minutes long, but it may vary. I'll see how long I can blabber on for. So PHP functions. Function.php I've gone ahead and created, and I've just got a blank sublime file here. Now, as well as the standard PHP functions, so when I say standard, I mean things that PHP has already declared. So, for instance, count, and we've done something along the lines of fruit. Oh, just close that off. We've done something along the lines of this. We've count the amount of elements that are within, or items that are within an array, and then it's returned the value. So that's basically what a function is. It's taking in an argument or a parameter, it's going off, it's doing something, it's running a block of code, and then it's coming back and it's passing information back to us, which is what has happened here. It's passed back, the amount of elements within the array. So as well as PHP standard functions, we can also create our own, and it's very simple how we do this. We just type in function and then the function name. So I'm just going to go ahead and say message, open and close my brackets, open and close my curly brackets, and here right now is where you would normally pass in a parameter, but we'll talk about that in a second. So this is the most basic of basic function. So all I'm going to do is say echo hello world, and I'm going to knock down a few lines, and I'm going to just say message, and I'm just going to call it. So this is how you would call the function. So right now all I'm doing is message is the name of the function, and then open and closing my parentheses. So I'm saving that. And what we're expecting to see here is PHP rendering engine will say, okay, I'm working with PHP, carry on reading down. Okay, there's a function, I don't need to do anything with it. Although there's an echo statement here, it's going to completely ignore this because it's within a function. The function hasn't been called yet. And it's going to carry on reading down, and it's going to get to here, and it's going to go, oh, okay, there's a function being called, I need to go back up, find it, and run it. So in this instance, it's going to run this, and it's going to echo out hello world. So save, reload this page, and hello world. Now, it's not best practice to echo from within your functions. So what you want to do is you want to return information. So you and leave the echoing down to within the line down here. So all you want to do is you want to return information based on whatever has happened within the function. So right now, it's going to read down. It's going to recognize that this is fired. It's going to run back up here. Echo or run this block statement, and it's going to return this information back to this. Now if I save and reload this, we're not going to see anything, because although it's returned the information, we're not actually doing anything with it down here. So this is where you would go echo, and you would echo out the statement. So echo hello world. Now that's all well and good, and it's doing exactly what we wanted it to do, but that's not, we may as well just wrote echo hello world. So let's just pass in some parameters into a function. So let's just say function, and I'm going to create family member, open close my parentheses, open close my brackets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass in the name here. So what I'm basically saying is when something is passed into the parentheses, I want to handle that information, and I want that information to be a variable called name, and I want to have access to that within this block. So if I went and just said return hello name, and then let's just add a break, and then same again, I'm going to knock down a few lines, and I'm just going to say echo family member. Right, and for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to leave this field blank for now, and I'm going to reload this page. Oh, what have we got? I've not terminated my line, so reload, and you can see we've got a missing argument and then an undeclared variable. So what's happening is it's running down the page, it's getting to this, it's going, okay, I need to go back up and I need to run the family member function, but the argument is missing, so I can't do anything with this, but it carries on reading anyway, and then it's got down to this line, it's gone, well, hello name, well, name's not even been declared as well, so that's what our two arguments are. So if we go ahead and we just said Chris, and we're doing, what we're expecting to see now is hello Chris, and we do hello Chris. Now what's brilliant with PHP functions is you can keep on calling them over and over and over again. So I'm just going to duplicate this line. I'm just going to say Maria and Benjamin, let's just say.
reload this page, and all we're doing is we're echoing out the family member, passing in a parameter, and it just keeps on running this block. All it'll do is it'll just keep on going back up, run this block, and return the information back to us. And sure enough, it's done exactly what we wanted it to do. Now, what happens if we wanted to extend this and we wanted multiple parameters? So I'm just going to say age, and what I want to do is pass in age parameters into the function. So I'm going to say hello, name, you are age years old. Save this. Now obviously if I go ahead and reload this, it's going to keep, fire us with loads of errors because obviously we haven't declared age down here. So what we need to do is comma and pass in an age. So I'm just going to say 27, Maria, let's just say 42, and Benjamin, let's just say 10. Right, reload this page, and there you go, it's passed in the parameters. So Chris, you are 27 years old. And what it's doing here is exactly what we anticipated. It's taking this value is now becoming name, and it's taking this value, or parameter, and this parameter is now becoming age. And this age and name is accessible throughout this block of code. So if I just, if I wrote lines and lines and lines, and I just kept on calling age, unless I unset it for some reason, age is always, and name is always going to be accessible to us within this block. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Now let's just say if Maria doesn't have a parameter. If I save that, now obviously, just like before, we're going to have a missing argument variable. What we can do is we can set default values. So we can say, right, if age is not set, the default value is 0. So save and reload that. Now Maria has just become 0 years old. Now, I know 0 years old isn't, I suppose technically it is an age, but that's just something that we would have to work on, further throughout the code, and just for default values and what happens if someone doesn't pass in this or that or whatever. But essentially, this has got we have done exactly what, the function has done exactly what we have asked it to do. Now, functions can be used to do a whole host of things. So let's just say we wanted to calculate some numbers. So I'm just going to go ahead and say function, let's just say calc, and I want it to take in 2 parameters, and I'm going to say num1 and num2. Right, within here it's going to do result is equal to num1 plus, so let's say num2, oh, not num33, and then we're just going to return result. So what we can do down here is we can say, right, let's echo calc, and then we're going to pass in 2 numbers. So we're going to say 22 and 5. Terminate that, and what we're expecting to see is 27 returned, and it's done exactly what we have asked it to do. So that is functions at a basic level. It's where to save you repeating yourself. You can pass in some parameters. It will go off. It will do a action and return data back to the function, and then you can do what you wish with the function. Now it's absolutely brilliant and essential that you don't repeat. It's absolutely essential that you don't repeat yourself when when you're coding. Because let's just say I had a block of code and I had, I was doing loads and loads of checks, and then I noticed a spelling mistake on one of the lines. Now, rather than me going through and changing, 20, 50, 200 lines worth of code where I've made that one spelling mistake, I can just come up here and I can go, oh right, okay, I spelled result wrong. Let's just go ahead and change that it once. Now, as I say, that is essentially functions from a standard level. I'm going to leave the video there and just move swiftly on. So I hope you've taken something away from this video, and if you have, please like and subscribe by clicking below. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye bye.